Hello, hello! Welcome, YouTube friends. Welcome, everyone, to another World of Warships fun-filled evening, shenanigans kebab, whatever you want to call it. We are on It's a Trap, playing Domination, and we are in the Fuso, so this is a little bit of a shrunk-down version of the trap map, right? You don't get the classic B-hole right in the middle there, because this one really does look like a B-hole, and it's kind of over there by C, though, right? Yes, that is my mentality state that whatever you want to call it, right? But yeah, I got this cool like skin paint job thing for this Fuso, and I was like all excited about it. I don't know where. I think I got it like during like Black Friday this past year or something, where there was like all sorts of like crates and shenanigans happening, and yes, our division is shooting us because they think they're hilarious. I'll get spotted if I pull the trigger. But yeah, so it prompted me to go back to the ship a few times here, just because this was a fun one. Like I liked, this is my favorite ship along the Japanese battleship like tech tree line, right? And it's the tier 5, right? So like, but yeah, just the amount of turrets and the like range and accuracy, especially for a tier 5, are just really, really great. So yeah, we're able to hit things before they can hit us for sure, and like with good accuracy too with this build too. So I had so much fun with this, and then I like got to the next ship and I was like, this isn't as good. I don't like the Nagato. But consistency was the key here. You're not getting too many wicked awesome big hits, but you're consistently landing a lot of bullets on target, right? So it's rewarding throughout, not like in specific moments, right? So but yeah, if we can get a cruiser to be able to shoot at, that would be ideal, right? Charo, you guys know I do like to help out with destroyers, but it's not really the greatest shot. We'll slow down a little bit here to try and keep some of these guys in range. You gotta have something to shoot at, right? And let's try for the Mackinson. Almost too early in the game, right? Like there's nothing crazy going on. We do have our teammates capturing the C cap. The C cap by the B hole, right? The C, I like to call it the C spot. You guys, I'm so hilarious. Something's picking us up. Like, we're spotted still. I mean, it's not that Mackinson anymore because he's behind land, so their destroyer must be in here somewhere. Oh, yeah, I suppose that Fuso was probably spotting us since we shot our guns, too. And the Krispy Kreme back there, he's, we're not able to hit him. Yeah, see, so was that the Fuso shooting those bullets? Like, so we have this, but if it's a newer-ish player, right, playing tier 5, they may not have as good of a build as us, but yeah, like, or may not have even built in range, but you could see, like, he shot way short, and we could have been able to hit him if those came from him. I would guess those are from, like, the destroyer or something else over there that we just couldn't see. Ramat. That would be a good target for us. Of course, he goes unspotted. Legit, nothing to shoot. Here we go, Mackinson. Now people are starting to show up. Okay, yeah, 2 destroyers. I'm just keeping an eye on the mini-map. We got 2 destroyers over here on our side by A. We lose our division. Now we're screwed. When I division up, a lot of my buddies like to be aggressive a little too much sometimes. It's okay. We're here to win the game still. Oh, he does get a flood there though on the. Oh man, it's the one ship I was looking forward to shooting though. But fair trade, I guess. Except I would like it if they had less destroyers, seeing as how we're a battleship, right? That is sort of the if you're new to my channel, that's sort of the rock paper scissors mentality that I like to describe World of Warships Legends, right? So Destroyers are really good at taking on battleships. Battleships are really good at taking on cruisers, and cruisers are really good at taking on destroyers. You know, in general, there's some mix up, matchy up kind of things that happen in there with some ships here and there, but that's kind of the general rule of thumb, whatever you want to call it, right? But yeah, at this point, like, I just like nobody. It's like they know. It's like they know not to let Phoenix 6-1 shoot at them. Hacharu, so he was trying to be sneaky coming up on these islands, so we're going to maneuver because we're going to assume that he shot some torpedoes in our direction, right? So that is kind of the one, one big, playing as a battleship rule is to start dodging the torpedoes before you even see them, right? So, we assumed he had shot some. Either we can't see them, or we really dodged them, or he didn't have any ready. So. Which is quite possible, seeing as how he was probably dealing with our allies here that are now over capping the A-hole. Well, that's fun to say too, A-hole. Get it? A-zone, A capture, right, yeah, okay. But yeah, we will help out with him, try and finish him off if we can. We definitely like to get destroyers off the board since we are a battleship, right? Just need these turrets to turn a little bit faster, and then, yeah, somebody beat us to him. So hopefully it doesn't have torpedoes on their way, but if it does, we should be able to turn, yeah, or we're fine. I was going to say we should be able to turn in towards them to avoid them at that point, but he was definitely short with firing those. Got a little too trigger happy. And then, yeah, so I had switched to HE shells because we were going to shoot that destroyer, right? And it's fine. We'll take him at this Mackinson. It's not like he's angled good. You know, if he was more broadside, it would probably make sense to switch back to AP shells. And then if you kind of look at the mini-map, like, I am kind of pressing in here towards, 1, 2, 3, 4 battleships on their team, but most of them look like they're kind of chasing and paying attention to our allies that are kind of across the map over there as well. So I want to get in here and help cap this zone. We do have a destroyer here right next to us to help support. And then we've got people behind us that I'm sure will start coming this way, right? I don't know why our cruiser is all the way back there behind an island. It doesn't appear to be moving when I look at the mini-map, but it is what it is, right? So New Mexico is a little bit of a threat to us here, so we'll have to kind of err on the side of caution here, but it is kind of a good thing we have HE shells loaded right now, because if we do trigger a fire, he could potentially use his damage con here, and then hopefully our destroyer's torpedoes hit him and cause a flood as well, right? But neither of those things seem to be happening for us. And then there's the Krispy Kreme. And of course he triggers a fire on us. With one bullet, right? Classic. But yes, our teammates are shooting him as well, so that's working out. But normally I'd be a little bit weary of trying to get into close quarters combat with an American battleship. Like, they're typically a little bit more powerful than us. Our strategy with the ship has always been range and accuracy, and we're up close just is not the way to go. But he is also very, very low on health as well, right? And American battleships with their nice and slow reloads too, right? But he does take a good chunk out of us with that last salvo right as we finished him off, right? So we will press on, right? Mackinson, we meet again. You seem to continue to move away from us, though. That is, I think that's the newer-ish. That's one of the German battleships, right? I think I built in like a secondary battery build when I did that ship, so he should be better for close range, right? That would be a good one to have AP loaded. But like, I mean, I'll take the 2 fires. I mean, that's fair. Now it's like, oh, now I feel like I should light more fires after he puts those out, right? And he gets a good chunk out of us there. We could have been angled a little bit more, just couldn't get the rudder going quick enough, right? And then I'm trying to like keep like we're trying to balance angle so that we can fire turrets versus angle so that we don't get damaged too poorly, too much, right? So we kind of have to just kind of weigh our options there, right? Yeah, so if he's going to come in, he might have torpedoes too, which would be unfortunate for us, seeing as how he looks like now he wants to do the tango, right? So see how he's turning here? My guess is now he's sending torpedoes our direction, right? So we have to kind of predict that and turn one way or the other, right? So I'm going to turn in towards this island here and just assume, but like now that I don't see them, maybe he doesn't have them. I can't remember, you guys. Why aren't you here to help tell me? But yeah, well, I mean, I guess we'll shoot at this Fuso now. Some Fuso on Fuso, right? Oh, that's a cool paint job for the Fuso. Like that too. And then yeah, so we'll try and angle a little bit better here so that we can get some more turrets off. And I'm always a huge fan of just run into the island and then start backing up, because if you hit reverse before you get there, then it just takes longer, right? You might as well just slam into it. Doesn't hurt you. And then we're down to one last heal, so we may have to use that soon here. Can we trigger fire? So I do switch to AP now, finally. Finally got some sense into myself. And then the other thing too, now that we are in the C spot here, right? We are preventing the enemy team from getting points from this zone, right? So even though we're not capping it because it's challenged right now, they aren't ticking up on points like we are. So we're getting points for the 2 zones that we have uncontested, and then these guys are not getting any points at all, right? So we have that going for us, but now we have a 2-ship lead. So I'm not as worried about our low health situation anymore. Ooh, we knocked a turret there. He's got a good shot on us. Is he? Oh, if he's firing, it looked like HE shells, so that's not so. Yeah, like that's not gonna be bad at all then. And then now we've got our AP loaded, and he's kind of broadside, so this will be good for us. And then of course we pop high caliber there. And yeah, we're getting some good chunky damage out of these shells. At least the ones that are hitting, right? And we'll keep backing up, you know, as long as this makes sense, right? To kind of keep him in view. And then also these turrets on this, you know, the starboard side of the ship, right? Citadel, there we go. That's what we want. That's where you gotta aim. And can we get him with this last salvo here? Rear turrets for the win. Boosh. 8,700 damage. Alright, there's nothing left to do but go and try and ram this guy. But if he's got torpedoes, that will probably not end well for us. Oh, now he's back in the zone. There he is. There he is. I mean, I feel like we could stay... We could have kept backing up. Well, he's slowing down now. Is this the Mackinson, or is this somebody else? So we're using the overview camera to just... oh, it's a Britannia. Okay, we're using the overview camera. If you didn't notice, you can... When you go into the overview camera, your turrets will continue to turn in the direction that you were last aiming, right? So if you want to be able to look around and have your turrets, you know, not follow that cursor, you can go into the overview camera. Yeah, I mean, we get an awesome shot on him there. That was pretty brutal. We'll use the damage con for the fire. No big deal. Secondary, either secondaries or somebody else is going to finish him off here. Yep, that's Gola got him with fire. We'll see where we end up on the leaderboard for this game. I'm kind of curious, right? We did it. We pulled off a lot of things. Look, two sunk ships, right? 2,400 XP. That does put us in the lead. The Pensacola got 3 kills, and we beat him by quite a bit. You know, 400 or 500 XP there. 130,000 damage, and walked away with 215,000 credits. Right? That's pretty good. Thank you so much, guys, for watching our video all the way through. We are doing World of Warships Legends videos every single day, you guys. Every day. Really quick, here's how I have the commander set up. This is Takeo Takagi, right up in the top right. You can see that. So the dragon thing is just an overlaid Commander Geist, right? That gives the crazy, funky voiceover and the cool like shell tracer rounds, all that fun stuff, right? So, but yeah, so we'll just quick go through here. But yeah, for the most part, inspirations, and then my loadout here for the commander himself is, you know, mostly AP shell damage, range, and accuracy kind of stuff that we're putting in here, right? So, and then of course I'm using Will to Rebuild for my legendary perk. That is kind of my go-to for battleships. So if you see me struggling out there, come hang out, and we'll all die together. But yes, okay, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to follow the channel. We'll have another World of Warships video tomorrow. See you then.